everyone, Mech Player. Let's see how this package works. You have a third-person mannequin on a first-person camera. You can move, walk, forward, backward, on the side. You can jump, and if you run, you can place a kick. So the player will slow down and place a kick, like this. If you hit a mesh, you will pull him down, and also this is valid for the enemies, like the zombies here. Then, as you can see from this panel, if you press the left mouse button, you can fire, or you can spawn this red laser. The red laser attracts objects or enemies versus the player. So, for example, and you can also attract the zombie. Okay, so let's see how you can teleport. There are two ways to teleport your player. One is using these blue cubes, and one is to teleport on the flying actors. If you want to teleport in anywhere in the level, so anywhere, you drag your own level and you can teleport anywhere in your level, you use this teleporting cube here. So you simply drag this cube where you want, one here, one up here. And you can see I'm teleporting from one cube to the other. Now, this is the simple way to teleporting. And you can use this in any level you want. I show you, I have some content here, I use it for the demo video. For example, this ruins level, I show you. So now I'm in this level here. As you can see, I set, this is on the marketplace, this level, I will put the link in the description, and it's very well made. As you can see, I have set some of these cubes here. Let me get the blueprint. So I've set some of these cubes, like I will do now with another example. It's very easy to set the cubes. You simply get the cube and put it where you want, for example here. And the player will land here. So let's test this. Here are the cubes, I can see. Teleporting this road to the region. I can teleport also this one here. And then I can start running and go back where I was before. Here I changed this static condition to lock. I can do this. So you see that it's very easy to set the cubes and set all the teleporting location you want in a level. Okay, let's see now how to teleport on these flying actors. As you can see in this prototype level, I set two flying actors, and the actors are following this spline. I show you, so you see the actor is following the spline. And you can also rotate the spline points to make the actor rotate also. So this actor here can be an aeroplane, a flying dragon, a ship, whatever you want. You can put the spline on the floor of your level and can be an elephant, a monster, something on the ground, and also something under the sea. You can put a big shark or whatever, a boat, whatever you want. This actor will follow the spline. When I select this actor here, you see I have many options, and we will go through each of these options. the main part is this. When you create this actor, is to associate the actor to the spline, and then you can select the speed that the actor will follow along the spline, and also the position it will start. But let's do this with a new level. So we will do this from scratch so you can easily understand. I will create this level here. So let's see. Okay, I have this huge level here. I remove the player here. I go in my player blueprint here. I drag my player. So now I possess my player like this. So we have my player here moving. Okay. Now, what I want to do, I want to create, let's say, two different actors. One on the ground, moving on the ground, I can jump over, and one flying. So, for example, an elephant, running on the ground, and a dragon flying over my head. So, first step I do, I go in my blueprint folder here, teleport blueprint, and I grab this, the blueprint track. This is the first thing you need to do. So I have this spline here, and I've got to draw the path that the monster, the actor, the dragon, whatever, will follow. So I simply drag this, create this spline path. You've got to create a circle, let's say, because the monster or whatever, the ship, the airplane, will follow this path and will go back to the beginning. So you can also go around the level, but at the end you've got to go back to the starting position. So let's say this is my path. Now I've got to put on my path one or more of these actors. These are my actors that will go around the path like a train. So I just put this. You can see when I put this in the level, I have this BP teleport on track, which goes immediately on the origin of the level, so in the 000 location. This because you got to go in the editor. So these are all the options of the blueprint, which are a lot, but I will explain you all. And you've got, the first thing you've got to do, you've got to associate this actor to the spline track. So you get this pick, you go over the spline, and here you are. So you see it has moved. What I usually do, I also drag this under the track, so I know that when I move this track here, I will also move the spline like this. You see? Okay, so now we have this basic circle path and my first actor. So I click on my actor, and what can I do? My actor is identified by this grip blue mesh. This is the cube, like you saw before in the teleporting system. This is the cube that will let you launch the laser and teleport here. So it's my grip blue cube. And the actor itself, it has many ways of being represented. You can represent this by a skeleton and an animation. For example, a dragon, or let's say we are on the ground, an elephant, or a car, whatever. With an animation, if you have an animation, you can put a static mesh, for example, a car, or you can put a blueprint. So if you have a blueprint car or a blueprint of a monster, whatever, you can put this here. And then you can adjust the scale, location, rotation of this mesh or skeleton or whatever, and you can put also some sounds. I set initially two types of sounds. One is the wind sound. For example, when you go on a flying dragon, you have the wind sound. And one is the stereo sound. The stereo sound, it's composed by these two sound emitters. And for example, for the dragon, we have the wings, which is a stereo sound. Okay, so in this case, I want to put, we are on the ground, so I want to put a static mesh or a skeletal mesh. I have here one mesh only, so if I want to put a static mesh, I put this, which is really big, but I can adjust the dimension like this. So let's start with this example. I put my static mesh, I don't put any sound, and I will set the speed. So this is the actor track speed, so the speed that the actor has on the spline, and also the starting position. Starting position, you see if I move this from 0 to 1, 1 is the end and 0 is the starting. So let's say I start from here and the speed is 1. I click play, you see, and is moving. It's moving very slow because the speed is 1. To go on this actor, I just need to put my crosshair here on the blue grip cube and press the right mouse button. Okay, now I'm on the actor. So let's see how we can make this a realistic animal. Okay, so I go again here. I can put also, I show you, first of all, I can put 3, for example, and I show you it's going faster. I can put more than 3, I can put also 5 to go even faster. Okay. Just remind that the faster you go, faster you go, more difficult it is to jump over and stay on the actor. So this is already fast. You see, you can stay here, but if you have an animated dragon, it's not that easy. So let's say I put this to 1, for example. I want to put this back to 0 here. And I want to show you, for example, I get an elephant. I've got this, which is the African animals package, which is actually free on the marketplace. So I get my elephant. You see, I get my skeletal mesh here. So this is the elephant. I simply do like this. So I remove this static mesh. I don't need this. I put the elephant here, which is very small, but I need to resize this. So now what you see that the elephant is actually the good size, but is not really in the position I want. So let me put also an animation before. I put like walk, usually put a walking, normal walking like this. So now if I press, you see this is the animation. So you see the elephant is moving, but is not good. So how to fix this? You click here and you have all these options. So first of all, you need to play on this. So scale of the actor, which is the elephant, the location and the rotation. So the location, you can really set the location here, for example. And this is important because when you will teleport on the elephant, you will teleport at this high here, at the spline track high. So this is 1. Now we adjust the rotation, which is this. And now you see it's more realistic. And now I want to also adjust the scale. Let's say it's fine. I can put also 1.5 to make it bigger. And let me put like this. Okay. So now it's more realistic, like this. And now the last thing I need to adjust. Let me do like this. Okay, this level. Usually, I want to. I want really the actor be not at the same level of the spline, but almost there, because I will jump here in this point. So when I launch the cable, I will jump exactly in this point here. And now I also adjust this. This is the grip cube, so I want to cover almost all of the actors. So I will play on the scale, this one, the Z scales, to cover all the body here. And I think it's fine like this. I will just keep like this. This is fine like this. And this like this. Okay. So now I can also move it a bit here in the center. Okay. And scale it like this. Okay. So you see, now there is this nice elephant moving. So I press and I'm right on the top of the elephant. One thing, to complete is to hide the grip blue mesh. So here I will hide it so you don't see anymore the blue mesh, but you know that is there. This is the final result. Okay, so now I show you one thing, how to duplicate the actor in the easiest way. So it's really quick. You simply need to duplicate from here. So you click the left Alt button and just drag like this. So you see nothing happened because it's right on top of the same actor, but there is a double of this. What you need to do here is just to change the spline position. So you do like this and you see you are moving this actor here. So if I put this here, you have two actors which are connected on the same spline and are really walking. So all the options, all the things you have defined for one is valid for the other one. Up here, there, and so on. Okay, so you can do this for also another actor. So you duplicate this and then you move it along the spline. And for example, you can say this is the mother and these are the two small elephants. So you just need to set the scale like this and here like this. And if you remember, check also this. Remember always that when you jump, the cable will go here, on this point here, at the level of the spline, in the middle of this blue cube. So I'll show you. You see? So just remember this. Now let's see how we can use this. I will remove this and this. So let's say I have this animal here, and I want to use, for example, to make the dragon. So I simply copy all this. I drag the copy here in the air, and I have also my dragon here, which is this. Mountain Dragon. Also, this is a free package on the marketplace. You will see the link in the description. And I show you. I go here on the actor. Remember that now this is still no. This is okay. It's connected with the track 2, so it's good. Let me just make a test. Okay. So instead of the elephant, I will put my dragon. Sorry. Dragon here, and I also need an animation, so I will go to get the animation of this dragon, this one. So I put fly normal, if I remember, it was fly normal. Okay, fly normal, this one. Okay, and you see this is my dragon. So now you have this dragon following this spline path here. Okay. Let's also visualize the blue, which is good. This, I keep it, now I keep it, I can also enlarge it, but I want to keep it visible. So this is I will move it. This is fine, this is 0, so we'll move it to center it here. Okay, so this is the point where you will land on the dragon. If you want to land in another point, like more on the neck, you need to move the dragon. So you go here and you move the dragon. So you get the location and you move it. I want to make also a bigger dragon, like this. I put the scale on 3. So I also adjust this, okay, like this. So I want the player to land here, and and let's say here, in this point here. So you will land exactly here. I also adjust the cube here. I put a bigger cube. Okay, let's select this. Okay, we can also hide this cube, and let's make a test. You see? So now we are on the dragon. We can walk on the dragon. We can also run on the dragon. So actually the dragon is moving, but it's moving very, very slow. So we need to adjust the speed of the dragon here. I want to put 2, for example. And another thing I want to do, I want to change also the starting position, for example here. Another thing I want to do, I want to make the dragon more realistic. So when you are on this spline path, for example, this point here, you can adjust also the rotation. So I want the dragon to have a sort of, like for example, you have here a sort of inclination here like this. Here now, here again some inclination like this, so it really feels it's turning. So let's see. So you see, it is moving also the body and rotating like the spline point. I'll show you here a really extreme rotation just to be sure it is working. See. Okay, I remove it, and to make it more realistic, you can also put some sounds. For example, here a wind sound, and which is this, and here also the stereo sound, the one I was telling before. So the wings flap sound, which is flaps, which is this. Okay, so let's see. You can hear the dragon from here, so you can jump from and you can jump. Okay, so this is how you can set. So you can you have seen here how you can change the scale of this grip cube that enables the blue laser cable. You can change the scale, you can change the location, you can hide this because you don't want to see it when you play the game. You can select your actor skeleton, your animation. If you don't want this, you can put simply a mesh. So for example, you have a car or a ship, you put here a mesh. Now this is the scale and the rotation is different, so but you can put a mesh here instead of this skeleton and animation. You can put here also an actor blueprint. So here I have this, I will show you now. So let me cancel this, this, and this. I put all back to the initial values. So I have here in my blueprint folder, I have my actor here. So I will go on this actor blueprint and I will set here the child actor, this one. So you see, this is my child actor, which is basically an actor composed by a mesh, which is the similar mesh to the static mesh. So this is my child actor, but you can put anything you want. You can put particles, other sounds, animation, anything you want inside here. So you press play, and you see this is my child actor. And then you have, so it is this. And then you have the scale, so you can adjust the scale of any of these actors you have put. So for example, I want to make it smaller. You can adjust the location, you can adjust the rotation, you can put the sounds, so the flaps and the wind. You can also hide this. This is valid for all of these actors, so skeleton, static, and also blueprint. And let me correct this because I'm making this. Wait. Hide skeleton mesh. Okay, hide, let's say, actor mesh. So you will have this in your project, and then you have this, which is the path that your actor will follow, and also the speed, for example, 5, and the starting position. So 5 is very fast, quite fast. As I said before, when I put the starting position, I can put more of these actors on the spline. So for example, I copy one, which is this. You see I've copied, and I copy another one. Okay, these are the child blueprints. So I have this and this. So I simply want this to start here, and this to start here, so from 0 to 1. And so you can see I have these three markers. You can put, for example, some dragons flying around or whatever. And you can also create many splines and do many actors as you want. I did also a level here which you will not have in your package, but I just put these elephants here, and also there's hippopotamus here. So let's see. What you see? You can jump on this, walk, and then you can jump here. Okay, as another example that you also will not find in the package, but it's this polygon sci-fi city. You find also on the marketplace, and it is very well made, and I put the link in the description. I want to show you how I applied my blueprints also in this level. You see I created 2 splines here, one for each car, or better, on both splines here I put here, you see. So I have this spline here, the track 1, and I put some 2 cars on this, and then there is track 2, I put other 2 cars. So let's simulate this. So you see on these 2 splines the cars are moving at different speeds, so the police is going faster. And I also put some, if you see here, some teleporting cubes, and these will let you jump in these positions. One is here, and also some on these these columns here. So here is my player. Let's make a test. So you see, I'm on the taxi here. I can walk on the taxi. The taxi actually is a static mesh. Now you will see that this car will pass over my head. I can also fire. I can jump here. I can try to fall here without the laser. And then I can also go on these cubes I set before. If I can drag one of these, so you can walk here like this. And jump again on this taxi. So let me grab this here. So you can see that you can really adapt this blueprint. So this was a skeleton, so it hasn't got any animation, it's just the skeleton. There is the grip blue cube here that you can set. So I think this is also a skeleton, and this is not a skeleton, is a static mesh. So I use a static mesh, and you see I set the speed. I didn't set any sound, but you can put also the sound here. For example, the wind sound for this this taxi here. Okay, what I want to talk now is about the player and the enemies. The player, as you know, is an epic skeleton, so you can put any kind of skeleton that are compatible with the epic skeleton mannequin. So I have this, which is my Mech skeleton mesh. This is also a package you find on the marketplace. I show you how to do it. You simply click here, assign skeleton, and then you assign to, you filter by player, and this is UE4 skeleton player. So you do like this, you accept, and now you can use this skeleton here on your player. So you open the player blueprint, and you go here, and you simply get the select this mech here. You put it like this, and you already have it working. So it's really easy. It's really cool. This skeleton here. You see. Same thing you can do. It's with the zombie. I also got a package from the marketplace. And I leave you the link in the description, which is this skeleton zombie here. So you get the skeletal mesh you want to use. You assign the skeleton to the enemy. Sorry, this UE4 zombie, so which is my red skeleton here. Then you open the enemy blueprint. You go here and you simply select the zombie, which is this, and the animation will follow this. So you will see that now it's more realistic. Let me jump on these flying up. Here I have some more zombies. You can drag these. Again, these can be rocks, can be anything. And you can also drag the zombies from your flying actor here. So if you, now I don't see any zombies here, but if you see, you see one here, and you can also go here on the enemy and adjust the walking speed, what you can do, so we can walk faster, like 300, and also the scale, you can put bigger enemies like this. So you will see that they will, when the player will go here, in this navigation path here, which I defined this path here, when the player will land here, they will activate the artificial intelligence of this enemy, and it will start following the player. This is about the enemy. Last thing I wanna see is about these meshes. So these meshes can be dragged by the laser, and to be dragged they need to be simulating physics, otherwise you cannot drag these meshes. And you can also change the linear damping and angular damping to make these meshes even more realistic. Usually these are this the default value. You can put 0, let's say 0, 1 and 1 to make these more realistic, for example. So you feel more the heavy of the mesh. Okay, let's see now some blueprint code. And so I explain you how I did all these things. The player blueprint, which is this one. So first thing is that you see the camera is on the head, and when you play, you don't never see the head. So I removed the head, but you see the shade of the head on the floor. So this because the head is separated, and I'm hiding the head and keeping the shade of the head. And the body has no head, as you can see. It has no head here, and I removed the head not with a 3D tool like Blender or 3D Studio Max or whatever, but I removed it in the animation blueprint. So you go in the animation blueprint here, which is this. You go in the animation graph here, and you go in this point here, and I simply got the head, the head bone, and I set the scale to 0.001. So as you can see, there is the head, but it's so small that you don't see it. I show you if I put back to 1. So this is the head, and if I do the scaling like I did before, 0.001, the head disappears. So this is a simple way to make the head disappear. And I also use this technique here to blend the animation, so I can use my animations like these here, like this, which are really 50 frames, and they're really simple. And when I use this animation and blending the running animation with this animation, with this blend part here. So that's it, very simple. And as you can see, also the locomotion is very simple. It's an idle and a jump loop. So the jump loop is the jumping animation, and the idle part is this part here, is this blend space here. You can see I created this animation, so you can run, walk, run backwards on a side, and so on. And you can also use the simple third-person animation if you want. It's up to you. So this, which is this one. So it has no lateral and back animation sequence. I prefer this for the moment. And back to the blueprint, let's go in the event graph. So I show you the coding part. So these are all the movement parts. This is the walking and run. So I set with the left shift button the walking speed and run speed. So when you walk, you can jump. When you run, you can slide. This, if you want to make the arm following the camera when you launch the cables, you have to use this setting here. And this is the part where I do the sliding. So I play this animation here, the slide animation. And you can also, with this technique here, you can also play any kind of first-person animation, which are very realistic. And this part here is about the blue laser cable, and this is about the red laser cable. So the blue for the teleport, and the red to attract objects. And you see, when I teleport here, I'm looking for the heat of a static object. And this is the length of the cable, which is very, very long now. You need at least 20,000 units long. I put very long, so you can change this. And that's it. And you can also do the same here for the objects you can pull. You see here is 20,000, in fact. And you can pull the zombies, here the pawn, and physical objects. And if you are not on the blue here, if you are not on the blue cubes, you will fire the bullet. Or better, no, if you are not on a zombie or on a physical object, you will fire the blue cubes, as I showed you before. So I'm not with the crosshair, I'm not on anything. I'm over. And the last thing here, I remember there was one thing more here. This one, NoCableOnMe. So if you don't want an object to be dragged, you have to set NoCableOnMe on the component tag. Let's make a test here. For example, this, I had the NoCableOnMe. You see, you can't grab this. You can grab, but you can't. You can only fire. You can't grab this. Okay, so this is one thing to keep in mind about the cable editor. So this is the part of the cable where you let's say when you use this blue or red cable, you always spawn this cable editor, which is the cable itself, and you spawn it with a value. So the value is here, 0 or 0 to teleport, or 1 or 2, this. And you see in the cable editor, these are the values. So 0, 1 or 2. So 0 means move player to end of the cable, 1 is pull enemy skeleton, and 2 is pull an object. So these are the three functionalities. This is the blue cable, and these are the two red cables. This is the part where I draw the cable. This is the part where I move. So I do the teleport part here, and you see I give an extra height when I land on an actor, which is 300. You can adjust this. And also here I give no, nothing more here. This part, okay, nothing more to see on this part here. And camera shake, okay. Let's see the enemy blueprint. So the enemy blueprint is really simple. You have this, you can, let's say, change the walking speed, and you have also this zombie breath, this sound, let's say, that the zombie is playing, which is this sound here. And you can also, so you can, if you click, I'll show you here, you can change the speed and also the scale. The scale is here. So the scale is here, and the speed, the walking speed. And then the other part is the regular part. Okay, so I hope you enjoyed this tutorial. It was quite long, but I really wanted to explain anything. And I will update this package very soon, because I want to add more functionalities to the player and also to these fine actors. And thank you for the attention, and see you on the next video. Bye bye.